Welcome to my channel. I'm Scott, and if you want to catch my newest video, I post one every day at 8 a.m. In this video, I am going to walk you through the process of valuing Costco stock by analyzing their financial statements and dissecting their financial ratios. Costco operates a chain of membership-only warehouse clubs. It is the second largest retailer in the world after Walmart. It has the 14th highest revenue of all companies in the U.S. The first store opened in Seattle in 1983. They acquired Price Club, which started in 1976. The company currently has 785 warehouse locations all around the world. It is the second largest auto seller in the U.S., behind AutoNation. The company also offers Costco Travel and many different programs. Let's get started with the model. This is a large cap company, 161 billion market cap. They're trading at $364 a share, and they have 443 million shares outstanding. Let's look at the financials. The way you value a company is you forecast the free cash flows into the future, and then you discount that number back to today's value. That's what we're doing in this video. And free cash flow is cash flow from operations minus capital expenditures. So you can see the company has growing and positive free cash flow every single year. Net income is the profit and loss on the income statement. It's revenue minus expenses. And they also have positive and growing net income each year. Revenue looks strong as well. It goes from 141 billion to 172 billion. This is a low margin business. Their net profit margins are 2 to 3%. Costco's business model is to sell large quantities of products at low prices. This is the company's income statement. The top line is the revenue, the sales. Below that is cost of revenue. So you can see that cost of revenue is a high percentage of their revenue. Their gross profit does grow every single year, about $1 billion, up to close to 23 billion. Below that is their operating expenses. They also have positive and growing operating income each year. They also have to pay interest on their debt and taxes. So their net income grows from 3.1 billion to 4.3 billion dollars. This is a breakout of their revenue, and a majority of their revenue is based on the sales of the products. They also generate revenue from membership fees. Customers pay an annual membership fee to shop at Costco. Membership fees aren't just about generating revenue. When people pay a membership fee, they feel more obligated to shop at your store. This is the company's statement of cash flows. The top line is operating cash flow, and that grows quite a bit from 5.8 billion to 9.4 billion. So they're generating a lot of cash on their operational business. Then you have capital expenditures, which are about $3 billion every single year. And then operating cash flow minus CapEx is your free cash flow. And that grows quite a bit year to year. The company issues debt most years, but it pays back almost the same amount of debt as it issues. The company does pay a small dividend, but another way to reward investors is to repurchase stock. So they repurchased 300 million in 2018, then 250 million, 200 million, and then another 250 million. When companies repurchase stock, there's less shares in the market, making your shares more valuable. The most important part of any business is their operating cash flow. A company needs to have positive and healthy operating cash flows, else it can't survive. And this company has really good operating cash flows, $6 billion and $9 billion a year. And the way to calculate operating cash flow, you take net income, then you have to add or subtract the non-cash items from the income statement. Depreciation is a common non-cash item. They pass through a $1.7 billion depreciation expense, but that was a non-cash item, so we have to add it back to the statement of cash flows. There's also $659 million of stock-based compensation. And you also have to adjust for changes in working capital. They had an increase of $2.4 billion of working capital. They had a negative $1 billion of inventory. In the trailing 12 months, they purchased $1 billion of inventory. When a company purchases the inventory, that's a cash outflow. But when they sell that inventory to customers, that's a cash inflow. The company had a positive $2.4 billion of accounts payable. That means they bought $2.4 billion of items on credit. Using accounts payable is similar to taking a loan, so that's a cash inflow. But when they pay the accounts payable in the future, that'll be a cash outflow. So the company has really strong operating cash flow, and they're doing even better during coronavirus because there's very few people that are going to restaurants. Most of them are going to stores like Costco. Let's look at a capital structure. $18 billion of equity, $10 billion of debt, and they have negative $3.1 billion of net debt. Net debt is debt minus cash, so they have enough cash on their balance sheet to pay off all their debt and still have $3.1 billion of cash left over. They pay 1.5% interest on their debt, and cost of debt is 1.2%. 35% of their capital structure is debt, which means 65% is equity. Cost of equity is 7.5%, and they have a pretty low beta, 0.67, so the stock moves less than the market. And their WACC is 5.26%, which is a blend of the cost of debt and cost of equity. And that's a discount rate we're going to apply to the future cash flows. We estimated 4 years of future free cash flows. We also estimated terminal value, which is all cash flows past year 4, that's $245 billion. We discounted those numbers back to today using the weighted average cost of capital. We get a value of the company of $220 billion. We divide that by 443 million shares. And we get a calculated stock price of $4.97. They're trading at $3.65, so they're trading at a 27% discount. It's a buy according to the model. Simply Wall Street is pretty close to me. They're at $4.56 a share. They're also saying the stock is undervalued. So in the past 5 years, the stock has only gone up. This is one of those stocks you really can't go wrong with. So wherever you bought it, as long as you held the stock for at least a month, you made a positive return. The company has been raising their dividend every year. They're up to 70 cents a share, and their dividend yield is 0.77%. Their payout ratio is 28%. That means 72% of the money is used to pay down debt, buy back stock, or grow the company. If you invested $10,000 in this company 10 years ago and reinvested the dividends, you'd have $67,000 today. If you did not reinvest the dividends, you would have $57,000. The stock increased 24% in the last 52 weeks, much better than S&P 500 at 15%. And the 52-week low was 271, the high was 393. The stock is trading above its 200-day moving average, but below its 50-day moving average, so it's on an uptrend. When the 50-day moving average crosses above the 200-day moving average, that's called the golden cross. That's a bullish signal. Each day about 2.25 million shares are traded. That's not a high trading volume because the stock price is over $300. Almost all the shares outstanding are on float. 70% of the shares are held by institutions, so they're bullish on this stock. And less than 1% of the shares are shorted. There are 546 locations in the US, 100 in Canada, 39 in Mexico, 29 in UK. They also have locations in South Korea, Taiwan, Australia, Spain, Iceland, France, and Shanghai. Costco's main competitors are Sam's Club and BJ's. It has nearly 100 million members. This is an impressive fact. It was the first company to grow from $0 to $3 billion in sales in under 6 years. Kirkland is Costco's signature private label, and its private label accounts for nearly 1/3 of all of its sales. In 2016, Costco stopped accepting American Express credit cards and now accepts Citigroup cards. Amex said the reason for the split was Costco was asking for lower transaction fees than they were willing to grant. Their largest shareholder is Vanguard at 8.5%, then BlackRock at 6.65%, then State Street, Capital Research, and FMR. Let's look at the financial ratios. The average PE in the market's 12.1, the median is 14.5. PE is stock price over earnings per share. They're at 37.3, so investors are paying $37 for $1 of earnings. Price to sales is stock price over sales per share. They're at 0.9, so they're doing much better than the median and average. Price to book is stock price over book value per share. They're at 8.6, so they're doing worse than the median and average. The way you calculate book value per share, that's equity over shares outstanding. Equity is assets minus liabilities on the balance sheet, and they have $18.7 billion of equity. Tangible equity is $18.3 billion, so almost all their assets are tangible. Interest coverage ratio is EBIT over interest expense. They can easily cover their interest payments. ROE is net income over equity. They have a great ROE. Current ratio is current assets over current liabilities. They're at 1.1, so they can cover their current liabilities with their current assets. And their current assets are $13 billion of cash and $12 billion of inventory, and the company is more than well capitalized. Free cash flow was over $6 billion, and working capital is over $3 billion. The best way to look at ratios to compare them to similar companies, I've done videos on Big Lots, Dollar General, Dollarama, and Walmart, all in the same industry as Costco. And if Costco has a number in red, they're worse than the average. If they have a number in green, they're better than the average. So they're worse in PE, but they're much better on price to sales and price to book. They have a better current ratio. They're doing really well in ROE compared to the average. They have the lowest debt of all the companies. And in terms of market cap, they're a really big company, but much smaller than Walmart. So to summarize, I don't think you could ever go wrong investing in Costco. They're such a solid company with a great business model. Let me know what you think. Give this video a like, subscribe, or comment below. Also, if you'd like to get a custom valuation or just support the channel, you can become a member by clicking on the link in the description below. Thanks for watching.